Hey, thanks for tuning in. I had a very different episode I thought I was going to bring you today, and then life happens, and I thought I would just flip the script and share something top of mind. I was having a really fantastic weekend, went away from Thursday, just got back from the sunny coast, Sunshine Coast for those of you that are overseas. It's about an hour north of Brisbane, where I'm from. Beautiful beaches, very relaxed, nice cafes. Just feeling great. Got home last night and took off my shoes, walked up the stairs, and I was like, what is that feeling in my foot? And it was just this almost like I just felt like a little bite. But then had a look at it. It was like there was a red mark there. And I couldn't put really any weight on it. And I was like hobbling around. I thought I would wake up this morning and things would all be good. You have a good night's sleep. You'll recover. That was not the case. And I woke up this morning and was like, yeah, this is not getting better. Could not see anything in it. So I thought I would take really drastic measures and use this clinic not far away from me called the Urgent Care Clinic. Now, fun fact, the reason why I know about this urgent care clinic, I'll talk about more about what this is in a moment, is because of an event I went to a couple of weeks ago where I met our local Member for Parliament, Milton Dick, who is a Speaker of the House. I actually did an episode about what we spoke about. And he, as being a politician, as we were in conversations like, hey, just letting you know, there's this clinic that the government that have built, this is where it is. Here are the hours of operation, like giving me all the detail. And I'm like, yeah, I can just tell someone else that. Did not realize I would need to go there. But the good thing about this urgent care clinic is that it is an intermediary step, right? Because our emergency departments are getting absolutely smashed. There is an ambulance ramping problem. For those of you outside of Queensland, out of Australia, what that means is our ambulances are getting to hospitals and there's been like hours wait where the patients cannot actually get a bed or can get seen to anyone in a hospital. So they're having to wait either in the ambulances or in the corridors. So to take the pressure off that, they've created these urgent care clinics where you can go for things like, skin infections, things that aren't life-threatening, but on a Sunday at 8 o'clock in the morning, like where else do you go? So that's where I went to this morning. I thought maybe I'm being a bit of a hypochondriac here, but I'm like, no, I cannot see what's in my foot, but it's immobilizing me. I cannot walk properly. So went there and I thought this podcast was going to be around how one small splinter can really just impact everything, right? And so you take that metaphor to life, to business. The question I was going to ask you, the metaphorical question is like, what is that splinter in your life? Like, do you have one? What's that niggling thing there that is crushing everything else? And what can you do to eradicate that? It's going to be painful to get through it. Like, I think it's quite a nice metaphor. But I'm going to switch that because as I was chatting to the emergency doctor, Liam, g'day Liam, if you're listening, we were just talking about careers. And he mentioned that he actually was an engineer in a past life and he changed to become an emergency doctor. And I asked him, like, how old were you when you made that decision? And he was 39. And I think that is actually, if we think about things like midlife, is actually quite late. I'm always a person that says, if not now, when? But even if I think around, I'm 41 now, I'm looking at the disruption of AI and technology on the impact on the world of consulting, even thinking about relevance to it. Obviously, I'm seeing it as a great opportunity, but what inspired me most from this conversation is at 39, you can make that move from being an engineer, which is a highly technical role, into being an emergency doctor, which is, as we know, is also highly technical. And I said to him, like, 39, like, that's a kind of brave move to make at that age. And he said, yeah, but I was talking to an emergency doctor and he said to me, well, look, you're going to be 45. Do you want to be an emergency doctor then? Or do you just want to be a 45-year-old who thought I could have done that? And it just hit me like, that is such a great line. Like, you're going to be that age anyway. Wouldn't you rather be an age where you've done the thing that you wanted to do rather than lamenting all these years? Because the time is going to pass anyway. You might as well use it in service for where you'd like to go rather than living that undiscovered life. So this trip to the emergency field actually became a bit of a mini TED Talk, and I wanted to pass and share that on to you. Are you on the hesitation station for something and you think, oh, it's going to take so long? So you think 4 years out of your life, 4 or 5 years of your life to do something dramatically different, to shift things. Sure, it's a long period of time to invest into something, but do you want to be that 44-year-old, that 45-year-old that actually use that time in service of where you wanted to go? Or do you want to be that 45-year-old that's not living life on your terms and always wishing, like, what if I did that thing? It's just a good reminder that while we're the oldest we've ever been right now, we are also the youngest we'll ever be. And so hold those two contrasting notions. I mean, they're both true, right? We're the youngest we'll ever be right now. We're also the oldest we've ever been. What is that long-term thing you've been thinking, oh, maybe one day I'll do it? maybe today's an idea to start thinking about how could you potentially make that happen. So look, I'm grateful for this little splinter for giving me this TED Talk today. I'm going to think about that question as well. There's a few things that I've wanted to do, even things related to not even consulting or thinking or writing books, but really relating to like the product side of things, an idea that I've had forever that I've just been sitting on. And, why not start broaching it now? Do I want to wait for another 5 years and be like, oh, I really should have done that thing? Thanks so much for listening. My foot's okay right now. It could be that the local anesthetic is still there. We'll see, but hopefully I'll be running in no time. I'll talk to you tomorrow.